KERN, online at kernradio.com. Now, here is your host, JR.
Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I am your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. You can also download the Kern Radio app to your smart device. Take us anywhere you go. And now we're streaming live on YouTube. Just head over to YouTube and search up Kern Radio. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you can go live with us every time that we do. We're also on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just search Kern Radio. I am also out there, JR Flores, or why not JR? It is Election Day here in the state of California, a special election for Prop 50. We will break that down. Have you voted? Have you voted? If you haven't, like most Republicans, you better get out there. There's still a chance to defeat this thing. We'll also talk about the death and life of Dick Cheney, the former vice president, passed away yesterday evening, and the news broke early this morning. So we'll discuss at least what I remember from Dick Cheney. He's had a long career in politics. I wasn't alive for all of them, but we'll talk about at least the portion that I remember the most with Dick Cheney, former vice president. CSUB, we didn't get to that yesterday, still asking the question, and nobody is asking the question. So we will hear at the JR Show, what in the world is going on? What is going on at CSUB, and how come nobody is talking about it? 17 now is starting to pick up the case, and as you can see, and we'll get into the details from different, there's a lawsuit against the school, and some of those court documents tie it to another case in which a former assistant head coach is now on trial, criminal trial, and we'll try to connect the dots. And I don't know if we'll find out what's going on, but something definitely has been going on at Cal State University of Bakersfield in the athletics department. We'll try to get to the bottom of it. It's the Karate Kid's birthday. Ralph Macchio, Daniel's son. And I didn't realize how old Daniel's son is. What, Chris, you know? You going to take a guess? Go ahead.
62?
Close. Very close. 64 is Daniel's son. Wax on, wax off. Paint the fence. That was the best Karate Kid. After that, forget about it.
I mean, he's in most of them, isn't he?
I don't care. The first one is the best, and probably maybe part 2.
When he goes to Japan, it's pretty good.
Is that part 3?
I think that's part 2.
That's part 2, where he goes to
I
Japan.
think that's part 2, because I think part 3, if I'm not mistaken, is the female student.
Oh, God.
I don't know. I think Cobra Kai, which Cobra Kai is awesome.
Cobra Kai I never got to watch, but I heard it was really good. But then they even got into, what was it, Will Smith's kid? Didn't he do Karate Kid or something?
Jaden, I don't count. No.
You don't count? It's still the Karate Kid series.
Nope. Well, I can't wait for this new one that has Jack.
Of course, there's a new one.
Yeah, Ralph Macchio is coming back to be in the new one.
Oh, God.
He and Jackie Chan are going to
Jackie Chan together. Jackie Chan now.
On both sides of Miyagi, though.
Is there an original idea in Hollywood anymore?
Absolutely not.
These are all my childhood movies you guys are stealing, by the way. If you know that. All the kids that think their parents aren't cool. Well, everything that you watch is probably based on something from your parents' childhood. Let's just be honest.
True. That's not true.
What?
Anime.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know, but not
started.
Not most of them based on those.
Dragon Ball Z, the original anime.
Okay, look, Dragon Ball is what it is. That one will withstand the test of time.
But that's the ground setter, and that started when I was a would last 3 episodes.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I was worse than a soap opera.
Nah.
It comes from my childhood. There's nothing that kids don't do today.
No. That I understand. I'm more saying like
everything.
I was more saying like pulling from old stuff and like making it new today. Like they don't really touch old anime.
But still, everything. Nothing is original in Hollywood.
No,
Nothing.
absolutely not, because everything has to make
A
money.
new Karate Kid. Ralph Macchio was 64 years old. What was he, in his 30s when he was the Karate Kid? My goodness gracious. Here locally, we'll have to talk about what I hate always talking about. It's something that we always discuss on the show because unfortunately it's always happening. And I know that I don't want to talk about it as much as you guys are tired of hearing me talk about it. Trust me, I know. But as long as it continues to happen, I will bring these things up because we have a serious problem with driving under the influence in this community. Serious problem. An 8-year-old was killed yesterday in what appears to be, and only I have to say that legally, allegedly, by a hit and run, or not a hit and run, but a DUI driver. And not only a DUI driver, because you know where I'm going. You know where I'm going. Of course, he's had priors. Not only does he have priors, he has a current case from a time in February when he was stopped for DUI. Doesn't have a driver's license. But yet somehow, some way, found his way behind a pickup truck yesterday. Smashing through a gate and hitting a kid and his father while they're having lunch. This happened at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And the alleged drunk driver. What are we doing at 12 o'clock in the afternoon on a Monday that we're intoxicated enough to lose control of our vehicle, striking a little boy? Xavier, I believe his name is. There's a link to a GoFundMe account online. The driver, Andres Cerna, 33, is being held on suspicion of murder, as he should be. And I hope they stay with that charge, because I'm about to tell you about another criminal case that's happening right now where a 6-year-old lost her life because of a DUI driver at 7 o'clock in the morning. But Cerna has been twice charged with DUIs in Kern County. As I mentioned, his license is suspended. He was convicted of misdemeanor DUI in 2022 and has the pending charge from a case in February. The 8-year-old suffered major injuries and died this morning. The father had moderate injuries, but I can't imagine the guilt that he's going to live with for the rest of his life, knowing that he walked away from an accident and his child died. As parents, our job, our role, our instinct is to automatically want to protect our kids from any harm. And so I can't imagine what this father is going through today. Again, the driver, Andres Cerna, was treated at a hospital, then booked into jail on suspicion of second-degree murder, gross vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated, driving under the influence of alcohol and drugs, combined causing injury, 2 counts of DUI causing injury, attempted hit and run, and driving on a license suspended or revoked for a previous DUI. And like I said, this all happening while there's a case currently in court right now where a poor 6-year-old girl lost her life. Asmarie Mayal, riding with her mom on a Sunday morning, 7 o'clock, in Cesar Magana, Mendoza, traveling at a high rate of speed at 7:40 in the morning out on Panama and Cottonwood, smashes into the back of her, causing her car to go up on top of his and then roll over into the vineyard. Six-year-old Asmarie suffered serious head and internal injuries, dying the next day. The driver here, 20-year-old, not even old enough to be intoxicated. Cesar Magana Mendoza. He's being held on bail, $400,000. He's due back in court later this month. The toxicology results are still pending. But hopefully this cat goes away for a long time too, because that's the problem. All these people know better. Heck, if you have priors, even more so if you have priors, like most of these repeat offenders do. But until we start locking these people up and holding them truly accountable for the things that they're doing, you're killing people, innocent people, because you decide to get into a vehicle drunk. And I don't want to say, and kids, but kids, not that adults, when they die in a DUI are less, because every life is valuable, but children. 8 years old yesterday, lost his life in the afternoon while somebody was driving drunk. And statistics in this county will show you that we have a problem. Every week, it seems like I'm talking about it again, and then again, and then again. And I'm sorry, like I said, I know you're just as tired of hearing about it from me as I am talking about it, but it's not something I am going to stop talking about until it changes. I believe Chain Cone Clark still has their petition up that you need to go and sign. Call whoever, whatever elected official that you know or see. Remind them of this serious problem that we have in Kern County with drunk drivers. And how many innocent lives is too many until we actually start doing something about it? Sad. I pray for everybody involved, not just especially the victims and the family of these kids. But I also pray for these alleged drunk drivers, that they find peace. They find help, because obviously they have a serious problem. Got to take a break. On the other side, we'll talk about Election Day. No, I don't have my sticker on. I'll explain why after. Yes, I do plan on voting. Prop 50, even though it looks like it's going to pass. Don't be deterred. Don't not turn in your ballot. Sorry for the double negative there. But we'll discuss after the break. Plus, we'll get into What's going on in the athletics department at Cal State University of Bakersfield, and how come nobody is investigating? Plus the death of Dick Cheney, former vice president, and I still have Megyn Kelly tickets to give away. I'm going to ask a trivia question that if you know the answer to, you could win a pair of tickets to Megyn Kelly coming to town November 20th at Dignity Health Arena. Tickets still on sale at AXS.com, but I have a pair. Keep listening for the trivia question. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. We'll be right back.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Start your day right. First Look with Scott Cox, 6 to 9 a.m.
On the Wednesday edition of the First Look program, we got election results, including the fate of Prop 50. Ooh, we got
Jackie Chan is a cold piece. Cold piece? What do you mean? Cold piece. What's up, Jimmy Eggs? Yeah, very sad, man. 8-year-old. I have an 8-year-old. That's Why anybody still drinking drives, I'll never understand. It's too easy to get an Uber, but these people clearly have a problem. Clearly, not only have a drinking problem, but I don't know if it's just logic issue or what. Why would you continue to do it if you've gotten caught before? I don't understand it. Don't understand it. Did you guys vote today? Get out and vote. Anybody out there go see the Foo Fighters last night? I knew a couple people in the crowd. Jimmy Eggs, you didn't get to the Foo Fighters? Oh, a cold piece of, I got you. Thanks for keeping it clean in the chat. I believe he told all his kids, make your own money. This is mine. Hey, I'm with that. I mean, I'll support you up to a certain age, but after that, it's no. You got to make it. I mean, come on now. I'm lying. I would spoil the hell out of my daughter. But I don't disagree with some of it. You know what I mean? You have to teach your kids, and there's more people than just Jackie Chan that do that. I mean, I think it's Bill Gates, I think, has promised to give away most of his money and only give, which is still a lot. When you go 10%, it's still a lot, but he's not keeping it all for them. But I kind of agree with that. I'm not in the position to be able to provide for my daughter for the rest of her life right now, and if I was, I wouldn't try to not teach her what hard work is still about. And so it's showing up every day. It's going to work, letting them see you do that. And you have to teach kids that. Unless you want them to be dependent upon you for the rest of your life. And that's not my job as a parent. My job as a parent is not to make you dependent upon me the rest of my life. My job as a parent is to make sure that you're an independent, productive member of society. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. Online at currentradio.com, on the Current Radio app, and streaming on YouTube. Just look up Current Radio, Facebook, Instagram, X, Current Radio, JR Flores. Why not JR? 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. We have a phone call?
We do.
Who do you got?
Jerry's on the line.
Jerry, you're on the JR Show. How's it going, man? Jerry, you there? Hello, Jerry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm here.
What's up, brother? How's it going, man?
Oh God, I forgot I was on the phone. That's funny.
I do that all the time, Jerry. I'm like, who am I
Yeah,
talking to again?
I know I'm not even drunk either.
Well, I hope not. Sounds like you're driving, so I hope not, Jerry.
Yeah, no. I just went to the cleaners and I told the guy, I said, he was real smart. I go, did you go to college? He said, no, but I went to ROP. It's like a training program. I
Oh,
go,
yeah.
okay. I go, yeah, because you got a brain,
Yeah, that, and he stayed at a Holiday Inn last night. What?
Hey, I want to just chime in on what you're doing there, and you're absolutely right, especially when people have priors. Everybody, not everybody, but once in a while you need a chance or a warning, but sometimes it's beyond that. But whenever they, the first time they ever got arrested for anything, they need to straighten up and fly right, or they better expect to go to jail. But unfortunately, the way the legal system's working, there's all kinds of people walking away from crimes that when I grew up, you'd be doing a lot of jail time.
Oh yeah, I wish they would still do it, Jerry. As a kid, if you got caught for something, your parents would almost let you get in trouble for it. They would like, call the cops, let them put him in handcuffs and scare the crap out of him.
Yeah, that happened to me once when I was like 10, I was 12 years old.
Jerry, you're not supposed to tell on yourself, man.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We were like yelling obscenities at these girls in the pool at a junior college, and we tried to we were yelling all kinds of stuff, and so the security guard there, what we'd do is we'd escape by taking our bikes and throwing them down a hill and then hopping on our bikes and taking off. But this one guy didn't want to get his bike dirty, so he tried to roll it down. So the security guard caught him, and then he ratted all of us out. And my dad came down and the cop was saying, well, we're going to give him a warning. He goes, no, I think he should go to jail.
Right? Come on.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's a different world, and it's obviously completely wrong and upside down. Even basic shoplifting. I remember when I was 6 years old. Remember those chunkies?
Oh yeah.
Those little I was in the store with a friend of mine. He was actually my neighbor, and we lived downstairs from him. And he walked out with a whole box of chunkies, and he took a whole box. He was like 6 years old, but I remember it, and I knew that was wrong, so I just stayed away from him. And boy, they called his mom up, and he got the tar beaten out.
Oh yeah, and then you had to take it back and apologize.
Exactly. Yeah, and my daughter. One time, remember what's the name of that place? The one that made the Mosrite guitars, Gene Mole's Music. And we went in there, and I talked to him and everything. And when we came out, she had a little guitar pick. She was like about 6 years old. And I said, "Where'd you get that?" She goes, "Oh, I just took it." I said, "No,
Yeah,
you can't do that." So we went back.
Take it back in.
And we paid for it, and I apologized up and down.
That's right. Even we held our kids accountable, and we and taught them what it means to be honest, and it's just and have respect. And that's just gone out the window. Instead of parents shaming, I remember my mom shamed me one time because I was getting a newspaper. This was back when they had newsstands, and I put the $1 in to get the newspaper out, and I took 2 of them. And she said, "Oh, you're not supposed to do that." And I was like, "Really, Mom? It's just an extra." She's like, "No."
Oh yeah.
But parents don't do that anymore. Now you have parents and kids going in to shoplift together, Jerry. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a family affair.
It's a family affair. Thanks for calling in, Jerry. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you. You're welcome.
You have a good day, sir. It ain't the kids, it's the parents. Y'all need to teach your kids something. Got to get to the news break. On the other side, we'll talk about Election Day. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back.
With us.
I'll give you guys the verse of the day. Verse of the day. I really wish I would stop getting. Oh, that's That's the other funny thing. I've had 2 different people send me construction street signs that say, excuse my language, F Newsom, no on Prop 50. It wasn't me. I promise. I didn't. Nope, and no. But I've had 2 different people send me that street sign, and I don't think they're implying that I did it. I think that they're just because of the recent rash of construction signs that have said the JR show on them. But yeah, I am not making my signs political. Mary, we talked about the 8-year-old that was killed by a DUI driver, alleged DUI driver yesterday. And the current trial starting for the guy, the 20-year-old that killed the 6-year-old a couple weeks ago in another DUI accident, both happening during the day. The 6-year-old killed at 7 o'clock in the morning, alleged DUI driver. Yesterday, 8-year-old killed while having lunch with his dad at 12 in the afternoon by an alleged DUI driver. Didn't it used to be that there was only really DUIs at night? Like what do you have going? And I guess maybe if you work overnights and you're getting off at 6 o'clock in the morning and you want to go and have a drink, I guess. But I still don't get it. So, but other than that, yeah. And we have some Megyn Kelly tickets to give away. I have a question, and I'll give you guys a hint. So Megyn Kelly's coming to Bakersfield on November 20th. That's the Thursday before Thanksgiving. She'll be at the Dignity Health Arena. She's bringing Charlie Sheen. Originally, it was supposed to be Charlie Kirk, who died probably 2 or 3 days after they had announced that he was going to be in town with Megyn Kelly. But I did an interview with her, and we'll probably replay that here sometime soon. But she's mentioned that there's going to be something special just for that night because Charlie Kirk was supposed to be there, and she already knows that it's going to be emotional. She had reposted the vigil that they did out at River Lakes. She had reposted that. And so she knows the support for Charlie is big here. So they have something very special, she said, planned for that evening. So get there November 20th. But I'm giving a pair of tickets away every day this week. So you guys need to listen for that. And I'll give you a hint. Today is a trivia question. And just for you guys are good. The hint is you guys visually will have the... I don't know. It's cheating. You guys visually have the answer. Food stamps are back.
Today's election, it's all about stupidity. We've got to start paying our TSA people and, most importantly, our air traffic controllers.
On News Talk 96 and AM 1180 KERN. The Armstrong and Getty Show. Weekdays noon to 2 on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Now, back to the JR Show.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. Is that kid in Play? Did you ever watch House Party?
Oh, of course.
Didn't they try to remake that too for something else? I can't remember what.
Yeah, I didn't do very well.
Because the remakes are never better than the original, Chris. So I don't understand why they keep trying to do that with stuff that was made in my generation.
Because it's simple, sir. It makes money.
Well, kids need to be quit being so simple. Get a little, imaginative. We've stolen the kids' nation is what we've done. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Oh man, it's election day. Did you guys vote? Did you vote? Did you get out and vote? I have not. That's why if you're at least watching on YouTube, you don't see the I voted sticker. No, it's not because I don't plan on voting. I do. But I want to take my daughter with me. I want to kind of make it a learning process for her today. And what it means to vote and go out, and how important it is to vote and go out and vote and make sure that you're doing your civic duty and being a part of the process, because I do believe in the process, despite even what the president might say, because yes, he's even commented on today's election talking about the California system is rigged. They're always rigged. It's rigged, but not in the sense that I think Trump believes that it's rigged. I know he's sending the Department of Justice, the DOJ, to come out and watch balloting. I don't believe that's the problem. I think that the way that they're doing this, Prop 50 is part of the problem in redrawing lines. They already have an advantage when it comes to the misrepresentation that California has in Congress. Just when you look at the numbers right now before this, which it looks like it's going to pass. But again, don't let that deter you. I'm still going to go out and vote no on Prop 50. I encourage you to still. Do you realize, and I read this today and I said, man, why are Republicans voting right? It's a special election is what it is. Midterms and special elections, Republicans just don't get out as much, I guess. But out of the 5.8 million registered Republicans, only 1.6 million have voted already. And I remind you, California is a mail-in ballot state where everybody gets one sent to them. All you have to do is fill it out and send it right back. But out of the 5.8 million Republicans registered to vote in the state of California, only 1.6 million had done so. And if just 4 million, heck, if just 3 million of the remaining 4 million, if just half of those people that haven't voted get out and vote, Prop 50 has a chance of failing. So don't let what everybody's saying that, oh, it's already done, it's already passed. Don't let that deter you from going and turning in your ballot. Matter of fact, let that encourage you to really go out and turn that thing in. Because like I said, there's already, and I don't say we because I am not a Republican, despite popular belief. Everybody goes, oh yeah, Jared's a conservative, he's a Republican. Oh yeah, automatically. Well, no, I'm actually registered as a no party preference. That's not independent, because independent is a party upon themselves. I'm no party at all. And not only am I not Republican, I don't even get to vote in the Republican primaries, because in California, unless you're registered as a Republican, you don't get to vote in the Republican primary. So go ahead and check my voter rolls and find out that no, JR is not really, he's straight. Do I lean a little more conservative most of the time? Yeah. But I am in no way, shape, or form tied to the Republican Party in any kind of way. My belief is, convince me why I should vote for you. Not because there's an R next to your name or a D next to your name, but convince me why I should vote for you. But this Prop 50, I have to agree with the Republicans on. That's a no vote. And like I said, because there's already a lopsided misrepresentation, and this is only going to further that. When you look at the way that it breaks down in California just in the last election. And you see that 58% voted for Kamala Harris, and more than 38% voted for Donald Trump. But then when you look at the representation in the House, and it's crazy that Newsom talks about equal balance and equal houses of government, checks and balances, and how it's supposed to be fair. But when you look at it already, how unfair representation is in California, it's just a coincidence that he argues that things need to be fair and balanced. But when you look at that and you go, 58% of people voted for Kamala Harris, but somehow in California, 82% of House representation is Democrats. That's a 22% difference in who voted Democrat and how much representation they get already. And you look at it and you go, how do 38% of California vote for Donald Trump, but somehow only 17% has representation in Congress? And now with Prop 50, again, like I said, and I don't want to discourage you. If anything, I'm trying to encourage you to fill out that ballot that's sitting up on the bar stool or sitting on the kitchen table or on the kitchen counter or wherever. Maybe it's still in your mailbox. I'm trying to encourage you to fill in that bubble. Don't put a check. Don't put an X, blue or black ink. Fill in the circle properly. And don't put it in your mailbox today, because despite it being a mail-in ballot, they've already said if you put it in the mail today, it might not get counted, which is crazy. Again, when you talk about disenfranchising voters and trying to get everybody the equal opportunity to vote, but yet you're going to tell me that you're going to send me a mail-in ballot, but I can't send it back on the day that we're having voting because it might not count. I mean, seriously, I can't make that kind of stuff up. It's ridiculous. But get in there and vote. Because despite it saying there's still a chance, you just have to fill it out and turn it in. So please, find your ballot and go fill it out. Oh, because here's the other problem, though. So what? It passes. Let's just go ahead and just say, yeah, it passes. They still have to win. They still have to win next year. They still have to win congressional races, which they've had a problem with already in a Democratic district. David Valadez has been Democrat for a long time. So the problem sometimes isn't so much that they don't have the districts already skewed, because, oh boy, do they. Just look at the maps now, how they get all cut in weird, and it's not with the county lines, and you have weird cutouts here and there. But it's just, they still got to win votes. If they couldn't beat David Valadez before, what makes them think now, oh, we're just going to siphon in? The only way they can do it, if they were really, really smart in redrawing these lines and the transparency there. We played audio during committee meetings where the lady from the legislature, Mikado, is asking, well, who drew the lines? Well, the legislature drew the lines. But I'm in the legislature and I didn't draw the lines. So who drew the lines? Well, the legislature drew the lines. Again, I'm in the legislature. Well, leadership did. You're in leadership. Did you draw the lines? Well, I didn't draw the lines. Well, there you go. That was an actual hearing on Prop 50, because they don't want to tell us who drew the maps. So much for transparency. It's and all this because, and their excuses, well, Texas did it first. Texas did it first. We're fighting fire with fire. Because that's what we want to teach our kids. That's what I want to teach my kid is, hey, when somebody does something to you, do it back. Not only do it back, but do it 10 times worse. No. Yes, that is my thinking. And just because that is my thinking sometimes doesn't make it right. And doesn't mean that's how I want my daughter to act and to behave. Two wrongs won't ever make a right. Let's go to a break, Christopher. Have you turned in your ballot, sir? No.
I have not.
No. Do you need me to drop that off for you? I can you just sign it and I can go and drop it off for you, Chris.
Do I have it with me?
He doesn't even have it. You have till 8 o'clock tonight.
I can get across the street and get it over there.
You have till 8 o'clock tonight. Get in if you have not. It is your civic duty. I'll go get my fresh iVote. I'm going to take my daughter. Teach her the responsibilities of voting and how it's good practice. Speaking of my daughter, I have a question for you guys. And there's Megyn Kelly tickets on the line. If you can answer this small bit of trivia, my daughter and I were on the cover of a magazine recently. If you can tell me the name of said magazine, I will give you a pair of tickets to Megyn Kelly on November 20th. 661-842-5376. Why are you shaking your head, Chris? 661-842-KERN. First one, you can call in and answer. You get a ticket. You get a pair of tickets to Megyn Kelly, November 20th, the Dignity Health Arena. Call now. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. We'll be right back. There you go.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180.
No, you have to call in. You have to call in. You can't answer in the chat. You cannot answer in this chat. You cannot, I repeat, do not answer in the YouTube chat. You have to call 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. The first person that gets in and answers it. You just gave away the answer in the chat. Why would you do that? Call in. Do not text. Do not answer in the chat. Call 661-842-5376. The answer is right behind you guys. Come on. If one of you do not get it, come on now. I gave you guys a clue, a hint, and everything. You should have been calling in before the break even happened. Who was that? Big Red 661? Call Big Red. Call.
They have a banquet room attached to the place. You want to throw a holiday party, maybe a bridal shower, any occasion, they got you covered. It's the Stockyard, 25.
What are you guys talking about in here? Hold on. What are we talking about? Saw that. So sad. Praying for the family. Yes. What happened?
Do you want these people coming on air?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Why do they have it?
Well, I got two people.
All right.
We only had, or we didn't give away the one yesterday.
Yeah, we'll hold on to this.
All of those?
Yeah, maybe. I'm going to say it has something to do with Bakersfield magazine. See, Jim, you had the answer. I voted October 20th. Good job. Vote early, vote often. That's right, baby. Until the whole DUI driver's accountability and stronger punishment for first offense, it will continue to happen. Yes, it will. Susie VG5. Hillary Clinton. I admire Margaret Sanger enormously. Her courage, her tenacity, her vision. I am really in awe of her. There are a lot of lessons we can learn from her. In 1966, when MLK Jr. received Planned Parenthood's Margaret Sanger Award in Human Rights, he said, "There is a striking kinship between our movement and Margaret Sanger's early efforts." Thank you for sharing, Susie. Not sure where that came from or what prompted it, but thank you. must be postmarked with today's date. That's what I thought too, Jim, but they're saying no. They're saying that if you mail it in today, that it might not be counted. Just saying. Told y'all. Yes, you did, Jim. Like taking a test with open notes and an open book. I'm just saying, Sergio. LOL. Richard Dakota. I want a shirt, 3X, please, and thank you. What kind of shirt? If you haven't made up your mind about Prop 50 by now. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. Check us out online, currentradio.com, the Current Radio app, streaming on YouTube. If you are on YouTube with us, you have a big hint. Right behind my left shoulder sits a copy of said magazine that my daughter and myself were honored to grace the cover of. I was discussing, well, hold on. I won't even say what I was discussing. Maybe, just maybe, I have an extra pair of tickets to give away. Maybe. 661-842-5376. Let's see if we can get ourselves a winner for these Megyn Kelly tickets. Christopher, who called in first? Richard, welcome to the JR Show. How you doing, my friend? Hello, Richard? Richard? Going once. Richard, there you are. How you doing, buddy? Thank you, friend. Thank you. I appreciate you listening. Do you know the answer to the question? My daughter and I were honored to grace the cover of a magazine recently. Which magazine was it? You have to say the whole name, though. What's the... There you go, Richard. Congratulations. That's right. My daughter and I were on the November cover of Kern County Family Magazine. Are you excited that Megyn Kelly's coming to town, Richard? Charlie Sheen now. It was originally scheduled to be with Charlie Kirk, and that got announced probably a couple of days before he passed away. And then they switched it. Now it's Charlie Sheen. But when I did an interview with Megyn Kelly a couple of weeks ago, where we play probably next week before she actually comes to town, she mentioned that she knows that it's going to be an emotional night because of the booking of originally Charlie Kirk, and that they have something very special planned for that evening. Yeah, so it's going to be a fun night. If you have a +1, just you know where to find me. I'm here from 2 to 3 every single day. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But no, hang on the line if you haven't already to give Chris your information. Congratulations, and hopefully I will see you at the Megyn Kelly show. All right, thank you. Thanks for listening. Just like that. Megyn Kelly's tickets. If you didn't get a chance to win today, there's still chance to win tomorrow and the next day and the rest of this week. I have a pair every day. And then not only that, starting next week on Monday, Ralph Bailey from the Ralph Bailey Show will have tickets to give away on his show as well. So plenty of opportunities to win if you didn't do so today. Megyn Kelly will be in town on November 20th at the Dignity Health Arena. She is, like we said, bringing along Charlie Sheen. Tickets are still on sale. AXS.com. That's AXS.com. Or keep listening. Your chance to win all week long here on the JR Show. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. Anything on the text board before we get out of here for the day, sir? What you got?
JR, I wonder whatever happened to that lady that killed the brother and sister on Panama Lane before you get to H Street. I was just wondering if she was locked up.
I'll have to look that one up. There's so many. It's sad that there's so many of them that we have to try to remember which one was that. Where did that happen at? Who was the victim there? Oh, okay, yeah, I do remember that one. That is sad that in this community we have that serious of a problem. Well, but I'll look into it to see because I'm scared to follow up with some of these cases because the time that they get is not even small little inkling of what they should be locked away for, in my opinion. What else you got?
Hey, JR.
Yes.
Although it was a tragic incident for the family that lost their child, and we all know that 20-year-old wasn't old enough to purchase alcohol, let alone drink it, don't you think that law enforcement should go after the person that allowed that 20-year-old to drink?
Yes. Yes, if you were supplying a minor with alcohol and then that minor goes out and commits a crime, i.e., DUI, and kills somebody, you should be held just as responsible as the person that got behind the wheel. Yes, I wholeheartedly agree with you. That will also help solve some of this problem. Over serving, all of that. Yes. Yes, and yes. Although I guess it falls into personal responsibility and accountability that even though, I should know my limits and that and this, but yeah, there's servers should be well aware of what's going on too. So I agree with you. 661-842-KERN. What else?
You are forgetting that voters here are deciding 50, not some gerrymandered red state legislature.
Oh, they're referring to Texas. I believe they're trying to say, well, at least the voters get a chance to vote on Prop 50. And that's why I said I respect the process. Trust me, I do. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't mean that whatever is on the ballot is right. And the way that they have pitched it to voters is right. No. I respect the process. I respect that the voters do get a chance to have a say. So don't think that I don't. But it still doesn't make it right. If you can say what Texas is doing is wrong, which I'm assuming that's what you're implying with the text message, then you have to also admit that what California is doing is wrong, because they're doing the exact same thing, only with the guys that, well, we took it to the voters. We took it to the voters. We manipulated them enough. We fooled them enough to vote for this thing. That is exactly the same thing that Texas wants to do or did do. So yeah, at least I respect the process. I don't agree with the outcome, but I respect the process. One more before we run out of time for the day, sir. That is all we have. You too can chime in anytime. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. You can also jump into the chat on YouTube. I like to respond to them during the breaks and stuff. So it's just another incentive to get on the YouTube there and follow along. And it's like a community, because you get to see, unlike here where it's just a text message comes in and Chris sees it and reads it and we get to hear it. Over there, you guys can respond to each other. Now, be nice, because I'm trying to create a safe space in a community where everybody's beliefs and ideas can be shared and conversations can be had that are respectful of one another. So be nice to each other in there, but we can build those conversations. Just jump into YouTube with us. If you have, then tell a friend. Get them to subscribe. And if you haven't, get out and vote. I don't care how you do. If you want to vote yes, then vote yes. That's your right. But please, please get out and vote. Got to make room for the Ralph Bailey Show. It's a Tuesday. Teresa Goldner stops by. This is the JR Show. Lily, Dad loves you. All right, you guys, again, get out there, vote, vote, and vote. Vote and vote and vote. Be good to each other. Be kind to each other. Be open to hearing somebody else's opinion. Stick around tomorrow.